Take me back to the beginning where you thought of Buffalo Boss, and
Right.
where we are from. Everybody clowns everything. So
Right.
I'm pretty simple. Like, you want to do wings? What?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Get out here with the wings,
Yeah.
bro.
And I know I've heard a lot of people say, they'll scream your failures and whisper your successes.
Ah,
You
there you go, ladies.
And
So
so
you hear that, Jim?
Yeah. And so that's a big deal, because we see it way too often.
Oh, it happens a lot. Trust
Right.
me. And then
From the closest people,
Yeah.
the people that we say we know and love,
Right.
They'll be the first ones to tell you
that is a deep conversation that all
Yeah.
creatives and
Yeah.
people striving have.
That's
Like,
right.
where is the love for me? You give love to strangers, but
Right.
not the person next to you.
Yeah.
And I think it's our community operating from a place of fear. So everybody's so scared to fail, and they want to laugh at you if you're the courageous one to go out, and that's that part of you that you got to let die, because that fear wants to keep you
tell me
safe
about that,
and not
though.
moving.
Tell me
right?
when you came up with this idea that Anwar said, "Oh man, this,
Yeah.
everybody's proud of it." But I know, for me being a creator, I know most creators, when you come up with something, the vision is there.
Right.
That vision was for you, like you said. God gives out $1 million ideas all the time, so that $1 million idea came to you, and no one else. Now you got to convince people that this is manifestation is real. Talk to me about those early stages.
Take us back to where it all started.
Right, and I think what happened was when I first came up with the concept of the Buffalo Boss. When I first came up with the concept of
You need to take the call?
No, sorry.
Oh, it's so good, man. We got editing out here.
Oh, okay, good. No, that's fine. Sorry about that. Okay. So when I first came up with the idea, a lot of people were just like, well, you don't know about restaurants. You never had a restaurant before and this, that. And, it's always like, oh, you never did it before, so why start it? Well, before Steve Jobs, started Apple, he never had a software company. He never had a computer company. You got to start somewhere, right? Yeah. But I did take some of the good advice, and they were just like, well, find somebody who has some experience, And so I found my first partner, and he had experience with the restaurants and stuff. And so we came together on the sauces. He taught me a little bit about running a restaurant in the industry. And then from there, we started tweaking it and building on it, right? So, you take the good, and then you kind of leave the bad alone. Like, I wasn't going to stop just because I didn't have one. And I knew that I wanted to bring our version of a wing spot to the space, right? So I saw all these old white guys building these wing spots in America, right? And I'm saying, well, we have a culture that everybody loves, hip-hop culture. We invent all the music in America. We are the tastemakers in America, but we never capitalize off the stuff that we bring from our culture, right? So you go to every neighborhood, you find a Chinese food spot, you find an Italian spot, but we're the soul food spots, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a few entrepreneurs here and there. So I said, listen, we're gonna merge the wings and the culture together, and we're gonna create like a hip hop wing concept. And people were just like, yo, all right, well, you have your naysayers, and then you have people who see the vision and just like, yo, this could work. Now make it work, right? Now the work starts, right? So first location happens, right? We get a lot of press on it. Everybody's digging the vibe. And then before you know it, we were approached by the Barclays Arena, This might be a good fit for the Barclays, right? So, we did all the interviews, we got in there. And then, we just started stepping it up. And there's been challenges all along the way. But my thing is I'm just not going to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you throw at me on a daily basis. As long as I don't stop, this thing will continue to live. And now we're here in Dubai.
And I got to say that is what inspires me. So if I'm going to point to one singular person that has put that battery in my back, it is Jamar. Because, I can always look to how he moves and say, well, this is how I have to be moving. I have to move exactly how he moves because he's not going to stop. Like this is what he does.
Right.
And this is who he is. And,
absolutely.
And he's given me license to be a part of that. I have to, in essence, it's like when it's like the Matrix when Agent Smith when he went put his hand through somebody and then they changed it to Agent Smith, right?
Yeah.
Now you got 1,000 Agent Smiths running around.
Right.
So I kind of look at it like, yo, Jamar he's put that hand in me,
right?
And he's changing me he's charged me up to be like him.
I will not lose.
Yeah, and that's it. And then listen, when I created the concept, it wasn't a selfish concept. From day one, I said I'm gonna franchise this thing out. Before I even had my first location, I was like, nah, this is gonna be a franchise because one thing that my cousin says, and he said it in a rap song as well, that just made that, always stuck with me. He said, if every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. No one will fall because everyone will be each other's crutches, right? Mm-hmm. Think about how deep that is. You know what I'm saying? If I make you a millionaire and you a millionaire, if something happens to me on any given day, I can come to my peoples, you know? And so with the restaurant industry and how franchising works, we all can be our own bosses, but yet still be working towards the singular goal of moving that brand forward.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this question. Because usually when we're in the creative space, someone comes up to you that you didn't expect, that tried whatever you drew, whatever you make, whatever you eat. Give me a story for both of you where someone came and said, hey, man, I had those wings, or hey, man, you touched me out of nowhere. Give me the story of who was that person? Like, wow, I can't believe that I impressed you.
Right. Man, I mean, I kind of get that on like a daily, weekly basis when people try to fool.
But someone that surprised you. It doesn't have to be a celebrity or anything. It's just a person that you didn't think was coming.
Oh, okay. That got to be my mean Uncle Andre. So let me give you a story about Uncle Andre. He's like Mr. Curmudgeon. You know what I'm saying? You always got that uncle in the family, super negative, telling you can't do this, that, the other thing. This was actually the uncle that told Jay-Z he needs to stop rhyming. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay talks about the same Uncle Andre. And he was just like, yeah, man, you doing restaurants? And so very negative guy. But one day when he came to the opening.
Shout out to Uncle Andre.
Shout out to Uncle Andre.
We all know you.
My haters motivate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you love me, man. Yeah. So when he came to the opening of the first Buffalo Boss restaurant and everybody was there and he finally saw the vision, man. And then when he tried the wings, you know what I'm saying? He just pulled me aside. He was like, yeah, these all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna give you the whole, like, that coming from Uncle Andre was like the best compliment in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing it in his face that he was quietly impressed, you know what I'm saying? And he gave me that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these all right, man. Yeah.
She gave me the green light. Now it's time to take flight. Let's go. Cause I'm out the ordinary. 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 Out the ordinary.